100 IU every day.
And he's just like, yeah, dude, holy shit.
I came in, stood there, fell, and realized I had to go.
And what did you feel at that moment? Just a squeezing in the hair?
I just blacked out and that was it, yeah.
And he's saying it so normally as well. What's good, guys? At Diagofit, Diagofit.com for coaching. Here we're breaking down Sergey Danilov, another crazy motherfucker, crazy amount of size, 340-pound bodybuilder taking 100 IU of growth, right alongside Andrey Smaev. This dude is Andrey Smaev's direct training partner, so that should tell you a thing or two about the guy already. It seems like if you're in Smaev's inner circle, you're going to be taking a crazy amount of growth. But not only that, he's taking a large amount of gear. He had a heart attack at 18. He's 36, but he's still pushing the ante. This dude is really pushing it far. If you know who this guy is, you can see him here. He's that motherfucker going viral, having the oxygen mask on while he's training. I mean, look at this dude's size, bro. This dude's fucking frame is insane, but he has to wear an oxygen mask when he lifts. So the consequences of his gear abuse are already showing. But if you look at the pure size of the dude, absolute freak in nature, absolute fucking freak. And he's right alongside Andrey Smaev. They both are around the same size. They're both taking around the same amount of growth. They're both going viral because it's absolutely insane what they're doing. But I won't be surprised if both of them are not around in the next couple years with what they're fucking doing here. So what I want to do is break down him and Larry Wheels. He also did a collab with Wheels. You can see the pure amount of size on him compared to Wheels. But check this out, because he admits straight up that he takes 100 IU. Look at this shit.
I must have heard that incorrectly. 100 IU every day.
And he's just like, yeah, like, fuck, dude, holy shit. That is so crazy to just be normal about. Let's not start normalizing taking 100 IU of growth. When you take 10 IU, that's a lot. That's a large, exorbitant amount of growth. That's a whole vial. That's a whole one of these vials. I did this in the Smaev video. When you take 10 vials of growth, this is 6 vials of growth. This is 60 IU. It's not even fucking 10. 100 IU is 10 of these vials every day. Like, that's not normal. You will have to abuse insulin to take that amount of growth because of the insulin resistance. Now you're at risk of fucking going hypo from the insulin. Insulin's one of the most dangerous compounds you can take, and that's what you're gonna have to do if you push this amount of growth. So this shit should not be starting to get normalized, but it is. It's very unfortunate. Let's break down this dude's heart attack, because he was open about the heart attack. At around 17 or 18, he already had a heart attack.
I heard you had some kind of story with a heart attack, right? How old were you back then?
17 or 18, yeah. I started competing at 20. I came in, stood there, fell, and realized I had to go.
And what did you feel at that moment? Just a squeezing in the hair?
I just blacked out and that was it, yeah.
Fuck, dude. And he's saying it so normally as well. Like, I think in these guys' culture, like, they don't care. You know what I mean? They're knowing that they're taking off 75% of their life to do this shit because they want to achieve a goal. But they're not looking into the future when it comes to what this is actually fucking doing. And I'll tell you what, if Danilov and fucking Smaev were to play chess, they would lose. They'd be the first people to lose because they're not looking ahead. They're not looking ahead at the additional moves that they're supposed to make to win the game. Obviously, they're doing what they have to do to get to where they want to be with their size. They're absolutely doing that. They're putting in the work, taking grams, 5 to 10 grams of gear on top of the growth, but they're not thinking ahead, and they will absolutely not be with us in another 2 years doing this. Mark my fucking words with this shit. I don't want to say it, but they're both going viral at the same time. It's because what they're saying is absolutely insane. Now, let's break down his cycle. He was open with Wheels about his blast too, but I do think that this is PR fucking garbage. I don't think this is actually what he takes, but he did say that he was taking some shit. So let's watch this.
1 gram of testosterone.
Okay. So gram a test.
1,5 грамма примаболана.
1.5 primobolan.
1.5 grams primo. Okay.
Gram?
Yeah.
So gram a test, 1.5 primo so far. This is a week.
And half. 0.05.
500.
Мастером пропионат.
500 master on prop.
500 mass.
1.5 gram primo and 1 gram test. How come primo and not like trenbolone or something like that?
Почему primo, а не trenbolone?
Мало побочек.
Less bad issue for organism.
То есть every year можно, грубо говоря, ставить много.
He can use primo all year and don't have about side effects. Yes, side effects.
Interesting. Is he on primo right now?
Сейчас нет.
right now.
So you can hear Wheels asking about trend because everyone wants to know this shit, right? It's like, okay, what are you actually pushing, bro? Because we understand what you're saying for your PR bullshit when it comes to maybe you have a sponsor, maybe you have a deal, you can't be open about it. Like, Wheels is like, okay, what are you actually taking, bro? The guy's saying gram a test, 1.5 grams primo, 500 mass. Very typical PR bullshit garbage type answer. That is not actually what he's taking. Now, he was open about the growth, which was 20 to 30 IU of growth daily, and that's year round. So the 100 IU of growth, I think he took for a short period of time. I don't think he's doing this shit year round, but what he was open about, again, this could be bullshit, 20 to 30 IU of growth per day, 365 days a year round. This is a lot more believable when it comes to this guy's physique and what he's actually doing. When you take 100 IUs of growth, taking this shit year round, like I'd be surprised if you were even here for 2 years, let alone the amount of time he's been around. He had a heart attack at 18. He's still with us at 36. So if he actually was taking 100 IU every single day, every single year from 18 years old, he definitely would have been in a grave by now. But you know what? At 20 to 30 IU of growth, that absolutely will carry this physique that he has now. So this definitely could be true if he's really dialed, which obviously he is. Do I think it's true? No. I think it's a load of shit. I think he's taking a lot more gear than this specifically. I do think that he's probably taking orals, even trend. I would not be surprised if he's taking trend right here, okay? But it makes sense what he's saying with the sides. A gram a test, primo and mass, some of the most mild compounds you can take. At those doses, you're still running into sides, but it's going to be a lot more mild than, let's say, taking a gram a test, 300 milligrams anadrol, halo testin, winstrol, trend. Like that's going to come with a lot of sides. And if you're doing this long term, it's going to be very difficult to do because running these compounds long term will absolutely put you in a very bad mental headspace. It's going to be very difficult to just live normally, let alone live this lifestyle. So I understand what he's saying, and the growth itself could be carrying his physique. I do believe he talks about the growth here as well.
Everyone.
Let's watch this.
Операция. No.
True.
Only testosterone. Neither.
Okay.
Preparation for operation.
Скажи, что 8 недель. 8 недель.
And after operation, 8 weeks without steroids.
Okay.
Rehabilitation from operation.
Ну скажи, гормон, все вот это.
But he will use somatropin.
Yes.
Somatropin.
Yes.
There's a
Is that all
growth.
year as well? 20?
Yes.
No, he said 3.
Year as well? 20?
Homie said 3, so he said 3. But obviously there's a language barrier, so he's saying it's either 20 or 30 IU daily year round. That's a lot of fucking growth. So I think the 100 IU thing was just a short experiment or some shit, but regardless, that's still crazy. That's still crazy. 20 to 30 IU is more than Rich Piana took. And look at Rich. Okay, it's absolutely insane. Now, if you look back at the guy's physique, I wanted to play this clip because this is absolutely just fucked. Let's look back at this clip here. This is him and Smaev and Hadi Chopin. This dude, fucking Hadi, has won Mr. Olympia. Absolute freak. You see the guys on the Olympia stage, Derek Lunsford, Samson Dowda, Hadi. These guys are freaks, bro. Massive amounts of size. And then look at Danilov and Smaev next to him. Look at this shit, bro. That's Smaev behind him, and that's Danilov here. Look at them compared to fucking Hadi. It makes Hadi look like a goddamn midget. This is next level crazy, bro. Like, these guys are 330, 340 pounds. Absolute gorillas, taking so much gear. And the oxygen mask. I mean, he can't even train without this shit. I don't know if this is for a viral stunt or what exactly this is, but either way, we're seeing the physical side show. He had the heart attack at 18. This is absolutely bad all around. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if they're gone, him and Smaev, in the next couple of years, what they're doing. They're going viral. You'll probably see a lot more of them in the coming years. So they're doing a lot of collabs. They're crazy as fuck with their physiques. Their physiques alone are rage bait. That combined with the amount of growth they're taking, they're going to go viral. These guys are going to start popping up on the scene the more they do shit, and you guys will see them around. But the question is for how long? Because they can't do this forever. They probably can't do this for another year or two, okay, without having a massive problem. You look at Cali Muscle, the dude had his second heart attack like last week, and he ran into a heart attack already. When you run into a heart attack the first time, it's so easy to run into it again. And this dude, Danilov, is primed to run into another heart attack. When you run into your second heart attack, let alone your first, you're rolling the dice on whether or not you're going to make it or not. Very easy to not come out of that alive, especially at the severity of what Danilov has run into at 18, of what Cali Muscle ran into on both his heart attacks. Like, you're rolling the dice on whether or not you're going to make it or not, okay? Chances are you run into that second heart attack or first, you black out and you don't wake up. That's That's what happens to a lot of people. So you want to mitigate the problem before it comes up. Do not end up like this dude Danilov, okay? Him and Smaev, it might be their culture, but wherever the fuck they're from, Russia, in their circle, they know they're conscious that they're taking years off their life. And if they're not, then they fucking should know this. But they're absolutely, they got to be conscious about this, that they probably have taken off 3/4, okay, half if not 3/4 of their life at this point. It's 50 to 75% of their entire lifespan is now gone out the goddamn window from what they've done, from what they're actively doing. You don't want to do this. If you want to hop on gear, you have to make sure you're on top of your health. Do not just look at the now. Don't be like, fuck it, let's take trend. Let's fucking run this shit. I'm gonna get sauce as fuck, go to that rave, get that shit. Like, don't live in that mindset. That will put you in a grave. And that's what these guys are doing. That's why I said that they would lose a chest. They're not looking at the next play on the goddamn board. They are not looking at it. They're looking at the now. How big can I get? What can I do right this second to get me that size? But in 5 to 10 years, when they don't give a fuck about size, they just want to live a normal life, okay, and look good and have a family and shit, they're not going to be able to do it because they'll either be in a wheelchair, they won't be able to do shit because now they have massive cardiovascular problems, they can't even get out of bed, or they're just going to be in a grave. You don't want to end up like this. If you want to prioritize your health, your longevity, make sure you're on top of labs. Don't just be on top of your health. Make sure that you're making the necessary changes to get everything in range. Your lab work, all the necessary panels, CMP, lipids, CBC, your full hormone panel, make sure it's all dialed. Make sure everything's in range. Make sure your resting heart rate is in range. Your blood pressure, get a blood pressure cuff. Make sure that that shit is checked up on daily. Your heart scan, echo, EKG, at the bare minimum, you want to get an EKG. Make sure you don't have any arrhythmias happening in your heart. Make sure that when you get your echo, there isn't a leaky valve, there isn't some type of genetic disease. If you look through your family tree, did your father run into heart attacks? Did your grandpa run into heart attacks? Did your mother, your grandmother run into heart attacks or any type of weird heart conditions or diseases? If they did, you're probably poised and at risk to run into that shit yourself if you haven't already. So this is all very good data to have to make sure that you don't run into problems like these fuckers have, like Cali Muscle, like John Skywalker, like Danilov. Even at 18 he had a heart attack, dude. So this is very easily mitigated if you understand what's happening with your genetics, with your body, by staying on top of this shit. Just stay on top of it. Do not wing it. Don't go into this haphazardly. You will fucking run into problems. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. Look at Ziz. Look at people like McCarver, like Lloyd, like Rich, Piana, that didn't make it, bro. They didn't fucking make it because they weren't doing this properly. It's very sad to see, but we're going to continue seeing these people croak early and it just sucks, but it's easily mitigated. So make sure you're on top of this. That's my 2 cents for Danilov and for you guys. I want you guys to stay safe if you're planning to hop on gear. It's a beautiful thing when done correctly, but it's a horrific thing when done wrong. You don't want to end up like another case study of someone who croaks early. That's just my 2 cents. If you guys liked, like and subscribe, drop a comment what you want me to go over next. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.